Hello everybody, and welcome back to Nerdy Miniatures, and in today's video, we'll be returning to my Sailor Moon Marine series as we paint Sailor Venus. So if that sounds like something you'll be into, then just keep on watching. So to begin, let's look at who Sailor Venus is. Sailor Venus, also known by her real name, Manako Io, is the leader of the Sailor Guardians under Sailor Moon. Minako is the fourth Sailor Guardian to be discovered by Usagi, although she was the first Sailor Guardian to awaken her powers, even before Usagi did. She possesses powers associated with love, beauty, light, and golden material metal. In the manga and anime series, she dreams of becoming a famous idol, but in the live-action series, her character is already a well-known celebrity. Sailor Venus has a colour scheme of orange, blue, yellow for her blonde hair, and gold, so of course I had to incorporate those colours into my Space Marine figure. Beginning like always, I sprayed the entire figure using grey cere to prime and left it to dry. Next, I covered the entire figure using Corax White. You could just use a white spray paint to do this, and you could skip this step, but this is what I had on me. Next step was to add the orange. I mixed two colours for this, and they were Troll Slayer Orange and Fire Dragon Bright. This made a lovely ice cream orange that I loved. I then applied this to the shoulder armour, leg armour, and other small sections of the figure. I applied 2 coats just to make sure the colour was fully saturated. Next, it was time to add the navy blue. Using the colour Night Lord's Blue, I swept the colour over the belt and midsection of the figure, as well as across the wings on the mini's chest. I then moved on to the jump pack and applied it to separate sections to incorporate the same colours. Off camera, I decided to incorporate some of that yellow into the figure, so using the colour Phalanx Yellow, I applied the colour to the jump pack and other small sections of the figure, like the mask and eyes. Now it was time to include some gold, because Sailor Venus is of course the Sailor Guardian of golden material metal. Using the colour Retributor Armour, I lined the outside of the shoulder panels along with the belt, and I later applied the same colour to the mask and any tubes attached to the suit. I also applied this to the skull and bone sigil that is on the fist. Now it was time to move on to her blaster. Using the colour Troll Slayer Orange, I covered the entire thing in 2 coats, leaving it to dry, before moving on to the yellow attachments. Using that same yellow as before, I applied it to the muzzle and a few other small sections of the gun. Now I'm pretty happy with how this looked, but she was looking a little bit too clean, so it was time to rough it up a little bit. Using Nuln Oil, I covered the entire figure, letting it sink into all the cracks and crevices and to dirty up a little bit to make it look like she truly had been fighting evil. Now it was time to add the bow to the figure. Sailor Venus wears a red bow in her hair, but an orange one on her clothing. I did not have an orange bow, so instead I went with the red one, attaching it to the jump pack. Now to work on the base, using that same orange as before, I covered the entire base in Troll Slayer orange before letting it dry, and once that was done, I went in with the PVA glue and orange glitter to further add to the perfect finish of the figure. Once it was set, I applied another layer of glue over the top and some other jewels just to finish off the entire thing. And that is it. That is my entire figure all done. I had a lot of fun painting this one, and I look forward to painting the rest. In the description you will find 2 links. The first to Mr. Nerd's channel, so if you enjoy MMOs and action RPGs, then please feel free to take a look at that one. And if you enjoy fantasy lore, then please feel free to have a look at my channel, where I cover topics like Tolkien, Game of Thrones, The Witcher, and of course more Warhammer content. Anyway, that'd be it from me today. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are in the world. And as always, peace out guys.